labia. I just said Bismillah. Yabba ulapa. Same difference, kind of. Oh, whatever the religious bollocks is, it doesn't matter because I've got labia. You know, my bollocks are turned into my ovaries. A long time ago, about 45 years ago, my bollocks turned into my ovaries, you know. And I have labia. A long time labia, you know. Wakey, wakey. You know? What I would do if I lived with an offending, no, if I lived with a child rapist, I would kill them before they killed me, just to prove a point that I don't tolerate it. Now, obviously, I'm not suggesting if you live with an offending child rapist that you ought to kill them. I'm just saying that I know you want them to kill you, don't you? Wouldn't you rather be killed than have that done to you? Risk doing it to other people? Worst case scenario. Kill them. Yeah? Don't do it. Don't do it slowly. Do you not have a weapon? Christ. You know, and if you don't, well, just why be friends with a tyrant? Why keep going? Oh, it's all right. You'll improve. I'm not improving much, am I? Getting worse and worse with my curable mental illness. It's in my fucking genes. Born fucking all worse and worse she goes. Oh, Epstein. Oh, Glenn. Oh, Malcolm, David, Orton. Best friends with Jimmy Savile. Connections, maybe a lie, to Saudi Arabia. And took me to auditions that I don't remember going to, but I remember being told that I was going to an audition. Why don't I remember the audition? I never went to a fucking audition. Probably was filmed though, right, Glenn? Of she in prison, in the P wing, the psychiatric wing. Right, Glenn, we're going to talk about you and say you're a psychopath, narcissist, who met the Queen when she was 16 or 17, just 17, was it maybe 18, maybe 19? Who do you fucking phone in that situation? But obviously you could have killed yourself. Well, it depends how deep the programming goes, doesn't it? And a special mission, Glenn. Here's history according to the Illuminati. Now women are allowed to work outside the home. Well, here you go, girls. Get the votes. Sorry, you didn't want it. Oh my God, this is so much easier to go on before. I never knew. Obviously, that carpet, be even better. My God, I've actually found my natural position. Here I come. I doubt you'll be able to see me it this way. This is so much easier. Shit. Oh. You can take the girl I've hamstered, but you can't take the hamstered out of the girl. Come on, play along. As it keeps telling me no one's here. And I believe it because it's the only information I actually have to go on. Right? In actual, outside of delusions and everything. This is easier. I say, it's a lot easier. This is how I used to get up the stairs when I was pregnant. My incurable mental illness is getting the better of me. Wow. Whoa. I'll go backwards for the sake of art. Perhaps I'll become, when he said a new creation, I don't think he literally gave me a new brain. Otherwise, I would have stopped smoking then, wouldn't I? Tobacco, aka grass, it only grows in North America. Didn't originally contain nicotine. Dry it out, it looks very similar. So back to my incurable mental illness. And back in the room for me too, Mental. I'm all better. Some things are unforgivable. Even the Hindus talked about it. They're like, let's draw a picture for Buddha to show him, look, little, can't say the M word around here. Look, we've drawn you a picture of all the souls going round and round. And what I like to add is also you can go away and chase your thing for 1,000 years and never find it as an entertainment for you. Come again and second chance, of course. Fuck up again. Oops. The devil lives on earth. But me, I like to say it's my first time here. And other things like that. I've already said that part. And I've been told not to repeat myself. Yes, people on drugs are really fucking dangerous. And we're all on drugs almost in the West, okay? Africa, if you've got any sense, you don't want the drugs, okay? Even the antibiotics, you've got better versions, I hope. Bit of garlic. Just rest, Actually, no, I can't because I've just eaten cheese. Goat's cheese. They should have an apostrophe in it to show you it's goat's cheese, okay? It's the goat's cheese, the kids' cheese, really. This was the kids' milk. Now we've made it into cheese. I know. They don't like having their babies removed. If you have one in your backyard, though, you're doing really well. So, I've just called my mum because she lives with Malcolm and David Orton, and he had her under mind control. And I'm really hoping that she's not gonna be under mind control anymore. But he's a professional bully, working for the man, Team Go-Go. And like when the Illuminati scammers wrote to me and I was like, the bit you didn't see in One Wish was I said, oh, I'm already in the Illuminati. Aren't I? Nah. They got the shittest version of everything. The history is fake. The how do you call it? The supposed programming, like don't just read like a few pages, or you don't need to, I don't go past the, I posted it on my community page. You don't need to read all of that. I really recommend you don't. Just read enough to realize if you control somebody with violence and force, they will do whatever you tell them. Just is how shit is. And that's why I said, if I was living with one of those people, this isn't directed at my mum or my daughter, is it? Not intentionally. I would kill them because it's not murder, it's self-defense. Thank you. Now I'm not there, unfortunately. How would I do it? I'd stab them through the heart with a knife, a really sharp knife. Just go through the back, just in case. It's what you need me here for, isn't it? Just to be like, oh, la, crazy lady. Yeah, what, you want to therapy them? Go on, give them therapy. Oh, yeah. And they tell you, don't they? They tell you what was done to them, don't they? This is why A material education without a spiritual education found in many, 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 many books, all by hopefully most of them one author, is useless, fucking useless. Magnum therapy is the solution. Hello, I don't want to live in fear for all of my life. Accidents could occur, couldn't they? Maybe. Suicide, anybody? Exactly. Now they're forgiven. They get jobs, special jobs in hell. Yeah, you might have heard of them. But watch out for that guy called QP Baldwin. Now, we can call each other friends if we like, but we ain't spoken in a while. Careful of them. They float around, you know. Could even utilize the Wi-Fi just to be like, well, I recorded his voice and now I can get him to say anything to you in your room alone. Dangerous, hello. So as I'm sitting here on this ish, with this ish, with this ish, with this ish, that's what I was saying. You know, and maybe I did have to be slammed around the head 700 times in a manner of speaking to get to the point where I was like, if I was living with Malcolm, got any French? I would kill him for you, mum. Now, the only reason Dominic hasn't done it and Philip hasn't done it is because they have family. They don't need prison time. They've been waiting for the truth to be uncovered. And the truth, according to me, is Malcolm told me I was going to auditions. One of them, he said when we moved to Hertfordshire, was because I rode a pony and they needed people that rode ponies. Right, well, here's the thing. I remember being driven home from the theatre in Hampstead. We're not going to talk about what theatre it is because it was mobile. And it ain't there anymore, or at least I don't know, but it's not the one in Hampstead because I've been in there as an adult. As they will tell you, it's above a pub. I was a student at Bath Spa University. My name was Natasha Clare List, and I did some time at Hampstead Theatre in Hampstead. There was another theatre outside of Hampstead near Swiss Cottage. It used to be mobile. That theatre I remember being driven home from, coming down off of drugs, I know, and now as an adult, completely battered, having no recollection of done any dancing, acting, nothing. But I do remember being given something to drink when I went there and something to drink before I left. Orange. No, don't ask me why would I remember those details. I'm telling you, those are the only details I have. Because if you get raped under drugs, like you're knocked out, you'd be knocked out on drugs, you're almost fucking unfucking conscious. That's why you wouldn't remember that part. But weirdly, because I was like 6 or 7 years of age, I remember the before and after. And I remember Glenn from the ARK yoga studio in Hampstead on Arkwright Road. It's not on Apple Maps anymore. She volunteered there factually, okay? But I only know that because when Epstein and Maxwell failed to abduct me from Kenwood Park in, I think, 1992 when I was 11, all right, might have been 1991 when I was 10 going on 11. I still had long blonde hair, so it was before I got my hair cut off, really, really, really short. I think that was in 1992, wasn't it? It's hard to tell that long ago, but when they failed, I saw their faces. And that's why in 2020, when I saw them on the internet, I knew who they are. Forgive me. Some of my speech might be muddled up. Huh? You know, and I did well like everyone else. I ain't the most mature of artists. My God, when I was at college, Stratford upon Avon, doing performing arts, you very much knew that I wasn't the most mature of the artists. try and get myself under control, you know. Quite like having diseases. In the meantime, I'm having to deal with all this bullshit about men and everything, and I'm like, Mama, I improved, I read things, I learned things, and I'm like, apparently I'm calling this guy, calling that guy, and I'm like, no, I just acknowledge I would do better with a husband. You know, funnily enough, I'm fairly submissive. At least I hope fairly, otherwise, you know, I stand for saying the wrong thing. The wrong time. That ain't a way to fix things. You can't just break someone's voice box. Oh, I can't hear my heart. Regards le visage. Do you speak with your mouth? Okay, a little bit. What's it from? The overflow of the heart. What if you can't hear your heart and you have to translate it? Ooh, welcome to my life. Oh, they're drinking cigarettes at the moment, mostly. Really, really bad. Don't smoke. Stop smoking, you know, on and on and on and on. That's disgusting. And my daughter, who's nearly 11, how's she doing? Oh, crackerjack. Now, curiously, this has the name Bezos on the back. Yeah, Bezos. Bezos. The fucking sweetener in that. Ah. I trust the divine physician. Of course, even a big asset like Epstein would get taken out quite quick. So whatever the truth is about people falling asleep and the camera not working in the prison, yeah, yeah. Da, 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 da. No one can actually make you do what you don't want to do, in reality. In fucking reality. You know? You're either doing it to you or you're doing it for them. That's what I said. I can kill, no problemo. 24 fucking hours. Nah, just boom. 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 You know, all do 24 hours. But that involves shooting through the front. So I say, just for the benefit of the doubt, pop them through the back. Pop, 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 pop. That's what we're all here for. Nobody's got any peace until we get justice. You know? I'm allowed to raise my voice. It's not illegal. I'm in my home. Exercise for fun. You know? Whoopsie. Like, how many people am I? Fuck me. Are you the same person with your wife as you are with your boss? Yeah. Ooh. It's horrible to be constantly snoozing. Wonder what kind of drugs would cause a person to do that. Fuck 2020, all right? Just for my sake, I said that to myself. I'm at home, So, you know, nobody knows you as well as you know yourself, okay? Works both ways. Cool. It's a man outside. You know this man, I got it up here. That man stays there, there for hours. Almost every single week, runs out late. It's representing for hours. Don't know what you're doing there. Right, it takes hours. Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, pickles. So like I was saying, that vape that I just done then, it was like, it was factually tested, seasoned with the flavour of Jeff Bezos' cum. Facts. But if I grow CBD hemp in my home, I'm breaking the law and could risk a fine or a lengthy prison sentence. It's cannabis. It's a herb. From now on, what I would say is if you're in politics and you can't change that one thing, or if you're royal or whatever you are, can't change that one little thing about my herb, I'll say from now on, you can never cook with no herbs. You're not allowed to eat nothing that's got no seasoning. Nothing, not even a spice that's been ground up, you know, a root. You ain't got no roots. Yeah, mine was one question, mine one. At the moment, it's out of action because they're doing everything wrong. That's why I say break them to stay in there. That was there. They need to reconnect with their friends. Get me? Like, there's a better way. And, you know, I just don't, you know, it'll still be there, you know, in 1,000 years from now, it will still be there. The UHJ, you know, it will all still be there. Don't worry about it. Just get the books, the Master is around, the Guardian, all that good stuff, because, you know, after a while, you would stop writing to the Universal House of Justice and asking what to do, wouldn't you, if you wanted to be there. Now, we've got a lot of people in there that don't want to be there. They've got a lot of people in there that, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, right? Just spread out, guys. Isaiah 54, just spread out, you know, just lots and lots of books anyway. Just look after your own, you know, wherever you live, you know, that's what I'm having to do. So, cheers, you know. Just all I'm saying to you, you know. Go for a fag. Whee! Oh, man. La, la. Oh, thank you. Congrats, because yeah, you just tell him you've been there for 6 hours, bro. It's gone. The man sitting outside in the van has finally gone. It was the quickest job. Bro, he didn't even arrive at 10. 15 minutes. It's, yeah, if you're alive, just tell them. I was there for 6 hours running my engine. Arrived at 10 p.m. Leave at 1 a.m. The lorries come down the street. You don't even need to be a targeted person to go through this bullshit if you live in a city. You know? So that's why I think maybe everything's going to get bombs of our councils. Because the pipes don't fit together. Look, copper, lead, everyone's water is poison. That's why we, spray things, apparently. Who knows what that is all about? Different clouds. I really have not. It's all right. And we're all eating out of the soil. I suppose some people just have a meat diet, just flesh and blood. Fine, whatever. Have a cow, man. It's just like, the thing about it is probably everything going to get blown up in a manner of speaking. Why? I wouldn't have thought the coastlands would be affected. If you think about it. Think about it. What will you do afterwards? Well, anyway, I'm just saying, like, the infrastructure is a little difficult. We come to an understanding, it's peaceful here, isn't it? It would be, yeah. Apart from them next door, If you know, you know. Sorry, you had to. Fuck you, It's, I don't know what the anonymous or and you've got reputation for atheism, all right? But, whatever. What the fuck ever, okay? I know, but just it was only a stick, okay? I was just breaking a stick on my knee. Okay, it was a stick. Because sticks and stones may break my bones, but nerds will never hurt me, okay? Nerds will never hurt me. I don't know. I just broke the stick, okay? I was doing one. This is could be anyone at this rate, isn't it? It's your space, is it? We're mad. Look at us, we're fucking insane, Rob. And also, you walk down the road and you're like, not now, it's changed it around here. But like instant, all about me. I'm like, okay, let it all be about you. Do it. That's what I did. Like, yeah, instant reactions. Meanwhile, some of the people come around like, it's not about you. And it's like, well, it may be. Choose. Better like that. Who's to say anyway? How could you be so arrogant if you were a psychiatrist? To say like that person what they believe in, right? What was it they said? Oh, it was. I'm having a fag. It's a well ingrained habit. I ain't doing that. That's a monument there. Jeff Bezos was in. Look, oh, come on, guys. Reason up. Reason up. We see through a glass darkly, but then go and look it up. Really meditate on it. Bezos. It's now a monument. It's living up there. Thank you for joining me. English. Smells as bad as a frosted cherry candle. Now, obviously, the cannabis content's all good, but I don't know what, I don't just, as much as I love you, Jeff, wherever you are, what does he do again? Who am I to say about running through the fields? Good, nice. Good to, die and then get work. Just to think of us though, we want you to live on through to this part next. But just remember they weren't forgiven. Pope, did you say that they weren't forgiven for suicide? What are you, God on earth, are you? Oh, I worship you then, don't I? It's, so anyway, so even if I accidentally die by my own hand, strangle myself to death, obviously try and make you laugh and everything, get a bit closer to the camera. And as I work here, that's that. It's in Quran. It's the stuff in Quran all over the place. So many interpretations. We don't need people to sit in church, in their temple, mosque, wherever it is, and they're like, and the meaning of this is only that matters. What I tell you, why not together, and the meaning of singularity. Right. Well, I'm opting out of that one. Basically, I've got to give some kind of a good example. Because I'm thinking, if I look like I'm here to disciple you, you're probably wrong. But I don't blame you for believing anyway. Carry on. If that's what you want to change, yes. Because we'll see. You'll see later. Swimming backwards. It's like, what am I doing that's good? Spinal bifida, anybody? That's what would happen if you have a baby with me right now. NLP, yeah? No fucking P. Hello, my name's NLP. Neil List Philip. It's just fear, mind control, the gods on earth, the Pope, ha, ha, ha. Very, very good, yeah. What am I to be the Undertaker? How many of you have had enough that have had sex with Isha today? AKA Natasha. You've had enough of you? Well, chopped on. I might need you in hell. Not that I'm literally in hell, see, it's quite nice around here. Twerk it out anyway. Get yourself a book. Right, that's it, I'll tell you that. Later on, I'm starting for that. You're not going to talk about it here. It's not even normal. Just clean. Dry, just clean. You can't see it. Stop making up horrible things about women then. Off you go. That's what, might have said change characters then, yes? Maybe. Very dangerous being the actress, Very dangerous indeed, All those real parts, There is a fly in here, or the heating is going, okay? Horses are bigger than me, okay? They were old friends, Horses, yeah, bastards. Faster, yeah, faster. Can't be bigger than your teacher, basically. I've seen some nasty things. Yeah, I was thinking of going to Spanish riding school, but obviously all my family said it's completely normal to have physical problems like this, pain. Completely normal. We're completely normal, genetic family lines. We're getting good stock in, mares and all. Right, sister. See you later. I'm also going to smoke, because my brain is not actually really new. It's just improving, all the time. Just, home from home. In my cell, I use my mobile. It's alright, you call it sorcerer if you want. I'm gonna give you one clue. Whose name is it in? Okay? So, just catch up, alright? Or mayo. Right, I'll go for my food, yeah. Why did I call it fags? It's called a fag butt, bro. For a fucking reason. It's like telling a black person, where you find him now, not to say Negro, which is French for black. Fag butts, fag butts, fag butts. They're like, blind and deaf and all that is normal. Normal. Where have you been? Normal. Suicide, huh? Sometimes it's the only solution. You know, me, my body count. You know, if any of them I shouldn't have been with, then it will be me, wouldn't it? I've even been travelling places to make sure that I didn't undo myself. Right? So will I be forgiven? And got there. Yeah. Clifton Witt, obviously psychiatrist, wrote it up as I was manic. No, I would have thrown myself off the balcony if I hadn't have moved with all that pain and shouting alone at home. So when you said that I was manic for catching a train to London then to Bristol all in one journey, right? That's manic. Got sections in Bristol. Yeah, because apparently I couldn't sleep. Well, I kept telling them I had pain problems. After a minute or two of telling them, Shaitan, Shaitan dressed as a doctor, yeah? AKA psychiatrist. I don't give a fuck if you're a Baha'i psychiatrist, Muslim, whatever. Get the fuck out of that industry. You are retarded. Unless you're Dr. Yusuf, because he take a clinic. Like I'm saying, it manic for going on train? Wow, well, there's a lot of manic people around. I'm aware of how he got my generation of parents. We were drugged before you. All right, now you almost know everything. All right, now, so towards myself there. These heels, like, oh gosh, oh yeah. So, like I said, the coming off the codeine is better than being on the codeine. Options, if only I had actual real cash to spend on my health now. You have to work out, people. If anyone is still confused about whether I managed my money properly, no one's no. No, I didn't manage my money properly. Look at me kissing the ground. And guess what? Now I don't have any cash. I just have my numbers dialed into my account. 737 pounds per 28 days. Generous. Come on, throw the thanks back. Go on, throw it back. Ooh. Ruler of the earth, see my power. Hello, Fly. Well, you're a big boy. Do flies lay eggs? Well, no point asking a housefly. I love that Kafka thing that I've seen at the Rondos in Bath. It's like this guy outside the flag going, yeah, let me out of here. These people living downstairs in my masters. I just added the words. Come on. Oh, we're just sensitive souls. We've done a lot of E. They called ecstasy. What's an ecstasy? We're temper-free, you know. Oh, you don't put out your line, do you? No, they're not even dancing. They just, they said take a pill. I'm like, yeah, they're spiritual though, you know, many different names. At least I'm not alone. Like I said, anyway, oh no, can't do that now. Oh, full stop. Jesus Christ is Lord. Right, anyone want to choose a fucking another name? We've got Muhammad, we've got Ali, we've got the Bab, we've got Baha'u'llah, before that, before that, before that, before that, before that. Right? Hello, Bean. You know. Hello, Bean. Oh, yeah, really, that would take me a long time to think back. Shush, though. No, really, about my real life. Yeah. Oh, you know. As far as that, you know, I'm careful what you pray for and all that. Just past that, you know, whatever. I was, you know, doing it myself, you know. One day, you know, pickle factory. What we done at my place, at school, it was, you know, I'm burning to Bertie, I rise at 10:30 and walk around. Bernie, I wanted the bit that was, you know, the old time musical. Thank you. So we have our ways. Me, I'm like Cricky. You know, we just start to roll around a bacon sandwich. Before that thing's in place, or else I'm doing everything right. And in the meantime, am I supposed to make opportunity about myself? Maybe I've improved from there, you know. Not as selfish as to say, you know. But in my notes from the Children's Secret Services, aka, they said I had many men coming in and out of my home. Well, yeah, I don't think so. It was how do you put it? Now what they called? What were they called? Those independent. They're speaking independently from my baby, who wanted to breastfeed, but I wasn't allowed to stop taking lithium. So yeah, well, whatever their name was. Here, I will do this for you because I like it. Nice. I got sucked back in, right? But whoever, whatever, you know, because all his servants is what I'm saying. Mullocks, right, Mullocks. Yeah, just snap. Yeah, it's good to consider. You're really going to die for this. Look, Fly, look, we're friends already. Just, you know, I have heard reputation that you vomit on stuff. That's what I heard. I read that somewhere that you vomit everywhere you walk. I don't mind you being here. Are you vomiting invisibly? What are flies? Like, yeah, who knows? Me. JK, all right. Rowling. Hi. PS, wasn't really into Harry Potter. I don't know, just I was a bit older then, you get me? Like, generations move quite quickly. Someone took me to see it, I walked out. I know the seat was difficult, but it was the LED screens. I saw the LED screens before the guys that watched Harry Potter.
I was like, gosh, just fucking boring, because my brain was doped up with diddly-doms now. If I hadn't have been taking Respirabab or an aspirin and all those shitty drugs, I can't think of any more names, new, Soul Prize, I could throw that in. It's difficult, very, very difficult. So anyway, who knows where we're going. I can't walk anymore, but I'm turning this off. Right, this was codeine withdrawal. Please don't accuse me of being violent, or I'll have to break your neck. All right? Thank you, bye. I'm going to turn this off. It was a joke, get me? And thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Goodbye.